these machines are so vulnerable. No first world country should use these systems. It's a joke. But it comes down to, like you're saying, it comes down to there's got to be reconciliation. The number of votes have to match the number of people, right? And so we have to make sure they can't fudge the numbers, because there's evidence in Georgia how that election was stolen, that they completely wiped out all of the early voting, all of the in-person early voting in Fulton County. There's no record of because the original results, because they changed them. I mean, it's quite obvious what they had to do. They fabricated results, and then the subsequent 2 counts, they had to try to match what they had already fabricated. And that there were a lot of holes in. And that's why we have so much evidence there. But there's evidence that they increased the amount of in-person voting on election day in Fulton County. Only 14,000, I kid you not, 14,500 people had shown up in person to vote in Atlanta, Fulton County, by 5 p.m. on election day. That is what happens when you have a candidate who can't fill 12 circles. Okay. They had no enthusiasm, no turnout. Yep. And yet magically in 2 hours, even though there was no rush to the polls, there was no reporting of long lines, there was nothing, somehow they had over 50,000 election day in-person votes. I mean, they injected votes to make up the difference because they did not have the real votes. And so we can't let that happen. We have to know what the numbers are. We have to, at the very least, they can't manipulate those. Okay. They can probably manipulate the percentages, but we can't let them just invent new votes. And it's a guessing game. Look, they have to guess. They have to guess how many people on our side are going to show up. That's why I think even if there's going to be a tax on election day, like we saw with Arizona and the machines breaking down and all of that, I still think it's important to show up and vote on election day, because it's the element of surprise. They don't know. And it's a lot easier for them to adjust when people are filtering and dividing their vote up in the early voting period. And we just got to go to one-day voting. I mean, once this is over, we have got to get a just simple one-day. Make it a holiday, fine, but run it like a caucus. I mean, have people vote on secret anonymous vote and count it in public. I mean, It's simple, and people know the results, and you have 100% confidence in it because you saw it, you were there, and you do it on a small precinct level. I mean, and then it makes it so much harder for them to cheat. The way the system is now, it's designed to make it easy to manipulate because it's so complicated.